What happened to Napoleon after the Battle of Waterloo? Have you ever wondered what became of Napoleon Bonaparte after his dramatic defeat at the Battle of Waterloo? This battle took place on June 18, 1815, and it marked a significant turning point in European history. Following his escape from exile on the island of Elba, Napoleon returned to power for a brief period known as the 100 Days. However, his hopes were dashed when he faced a coalition of forces led by the Duke of Wellington from Britain and the Prussian army, commanded by Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. After the battle, Napoleon retreated to Paris, arriving on June 21. By then, the news of his defeat had spread, and support for him had evaporated. The French legislature, sensing the end was near, turned against him. Realizing his situation was hopeless, Napoleon abdicated the throne on June 22, 1815, in favor of his young son, Napoleon Roman II. This gesture was largely symbolic since his son was still a child and never actually ruled. With the Prussian army advancing toward Paris, Napoleon sought refuge at the Château de Malmaison, which was the former residence of his first wife, Josephine. By June 28, the Prussian forces were closing in, and Napoleon learned that they were actively searching for him. Fearing for his safety, he fled to the port of Rochefort on the Atlantic coast, hoping to escape to the United States. Unfortunately for him, British naval forces had blockaded the port, making any escape impossible. Left with no options, Napoleon surrendered to Captain Frederick Lewis Maitland aboard the British warship HMS Bellerophon on July 15, 1815. The British government, in consultation with their allies, decided to exile him from Europe to prevent any further attempts to regain power. He was sent to the remote island of Saint Helena in the South Atlantic. There, he lived under strict supervision until his death from stomach cancer in 1821. From the perspective of European history, especially regarding the British Empire and the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo and subsequent exile marked the end of the Napoleonic era. This event allowed for the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy in France and contributed to the re-establishment of a balance of power in Europe, which was formalized at the Congress of Vienna. The period that followed is often viewed as a turning point that shaped the political climate of 19th-century Europe, reinforcing the dominance of established monarchies and setting the stage for future conflicts and alliances. Napoleon's fate after Waterloo serves as a clear example of how military defeat and political isolation can lead to the downfall of even the most powerful leaders.